YouTube, what's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. I go by the name of Boston Daily 91, and this is another episode of Exposed. And in today's episode, somebody left a comment a few days ago on the video saying that I should show you guys what these hacks are so you guys can know what to look for and you guys can kind of understand them more. So that's what we're going to be going over in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Sit back, relax. It's going to be another banger. And also, before we get right into this, I am thoroughly convinced that the only people that are mad about the movement that we're starting over here is the people that cheat. You guys must cheat because you guys get all on your high horse and are like, oh my God, we're so much better than you guys. You guys got 0.5 KD. Like, I'm actually really good at the game without cheating. So I just am convinced that you guys cheat and you guys are so pissed that we're calling out your messiahs and your gods and your the people that you're fanboys of. You know what I mean? So, because once we expose them, guess what? You all go down. So, sucks to suck. I hope you guys had your fun reign of cheating on Warzone, but we're cleaning up the rats. We're getting them out of here. I know you see the vibes. Whole lot of gang shit. Exposed Nation, stand the fuck up. Exposed Army, stand the fuck up. Let's go. Fuck them. All right, so this first cheat that I'm going to show to you guys is sticky aim with the cronus because a lot of you guys think just because it's not aimbot or that instant snap that they're still not cheating, and that's not the case. It's actually sticky aim and greater aim assist than what the original game Call of Duty gives you. So I know you guys say that aim assist is really strong, but it's really not, and you guys are going to see right here with this clip. So let's just take a look at it, shall we?
Going to be testing the Cronus and Warzone Pro Pack aim assist. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me questions. Is the Polar aim assist better? Is the Warzone Pro game pack aim assist better? The Polar aim assist, guys, I'm telling you right now, do not utilize it. It's absolutely garbage. Utilize the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone Pro Pack, guys. And I'm going to be telling you why. So today, I have my boy iClap here with me. He's going to be helping me out. He's going to be moving across the screen. We're going to be testing medium, short, and long range. I know a lot of you guys play Warzone multiplayer. You guys want to know cross map, is the aim assist going to be dragging onto the guys? And I'm going to show you guys my exact settings and all that. But first, we're going to be doing the test, okay? And then later on, guys, I'm going to make a video about the Cronus Zen versus the Strike Pack as well. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord because that's where I found my boy iClap. And I got to say, a huge thank you to him, man. Huge thank you to him. But let's get straight into it, guys. I pretty much have it set up already. Everything's set up on my Zen. It's plugged in. It's ready to go, guys. All I have to do is just hold L2 and you will see the aim assist in action. All right, guys, let's go ahead and tell Clap to move around and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, Clap, you want to go ahead and move, brother? And let's see what happens, guys. As you can see, he comes across the screen and look at the drag. Look at the drag, guys. You guys see that? I'm kind of just aiming at that void and it's taking me all the way to the end and even brings me back, guys. Brings me back. I'll go ahead and move over. As you guys can see, just holding L2, doing nothing. You guys see that? Absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. This is that short range. All right, brother, thank you. You can stop moving for a little bit. And there you go, guys. As you can see, for the short range, it took you from right here where I was aiming and took you all the way to here. And then once he started from the bus end, he went backwards and it took you all the way here. I don't know where you're getting better aim assist, guys. I know a lot of you guys say it's not working, but it is, trust me. Now we're going to go ahead and test the medium range aim assist out with this, guys. All right, so for this, I'm going to go ahead and stand up here and Clap is still going to be down there. I'm going to go ahead and aim at like the edge of that bus, right at the middle, so probably around there. And as you guys can see, just holding L2, check that out. Check that out, guys. Look at this. Look at the drag, guys. Look at the drag. Pretty much with the Warzone Pro Pack aim assist, guys, you have to change nothing. I'll be giving you guys the exact settings you guys need. Check this out. Tell me where you're going to get drag like this. You're not. You just aren't. This is insane. Just check that out. I'll go ahead and move back even further. I'll go ahead and try to get on top of this thing and go ahead and aim and see what it does. Look at that, guys. It even moves while he's kind of like jumping around and whatnot. As you guys can see that? Drags across. And then I aim right there. Look, it even follows him through, guys. And there you go. Now he's going to go ahead and go to the long range. All right, Clap, you're going back? All right, sounds good, brother. Alrighty. As you can see, he's way back there, guys. I would have to honestly zoom in. But if you guys have ever played the Euphrates Bridge, he's all the way across on that big road over there. This is pretty much going to be your long-range gunfights, guys. This is going to be your longest gunfight right over here. Just look how far he is and look how it's dragging to him. Guys, I'm not joking to you. I'm just holding L2 and he's running across that whole building. That's insane, guys. That is insane. Check that out. He is probably this has to be at least 60 meters back. Just look. I'm just aiming in and it's going back and forth.
Just letting you know this motherfucker's cheating. I hope you beat the fuck out of this motherfucker for me. Thank you.
Man, wake up!
So the next hack that we're going to be showing you guys is the walls and walling and how everybody knows where you are when you guys are camping. So I hope you guys sit back, relax, enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these, if you think that they are being used or if they're not. I firmly believe that they are being used by majority of streamers and they're ruining the game, and it's really sad to see.
Be fine. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see two different screens. One that's going to show the mods on the screen, and the other one that's going to show what you would see in the stream. And you'll see they're both in sync. %, both in sync. But like I said, the overlay for the cheat is not shown in the second one, which is the one in the top left corner. And what we'll do is, like I said, if we press a button to bring the menu up, you don't see it on the second screen. Because I don't want you to. We're going to queue up a game. Now, again, that's just showing you that overlay you don't see. Now we're going to show you that the ESP mods you don't see. Which is the Wallhack, where they can see the location of everybody. You're not going to see that on the stream one, which is the top left, but on the desktop one on the bottom right, you will see it. So why is this beneficial? So if they share their desktop, all they have to do is switch their scene source while it's at that black screen that it's loading. They can literally switch the scene source and you would never even be able to tell that they just switched from desktop to game capture. And you can do that multiple times throughout the middle of it. So if I wanted to alt tab, I can switch my scene before, and again, you wouldn't see it because you can set your scenes so there's no transition or anything when you change your scenes. Or you can set your sources so you just uncheck one and check the other. Like if I was
holding for deployment, now's a good time to warm up.
Here in a second, on how that would work. Right here, as you can see in the bottom right, we have all this red stuff on our screen, green stuff.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
So like when people call out, oh, he's using a RAM, or he's using this, how do I know that? Oh, that's why. See how my aim is off? Right? I got aim not at all. But I know where the guy is. So it's easy kills, right? Now let's do this. If we were to change it and turn my aimbot on in the middle of the game with no problems. I get to the ground before. Deadlock.
Playtime's over, mate. You're going to the war zone.
Locked.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
No, we'll do this in game so you can see it.
Battle Royale. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone.
Also, the next hack that we're going to be going over is the no recoil on the guns that are intended to have recoil. So let me know what you guys think about this. And like I said, man, you guys can believe what you want, but we know the truth over here.
Recording. Stopped recording. Recording. Stopped recording.
In the bus. Oh yeah, he's right here.
No. Oh shit, that's a whole team. Give me a second. There's 3 above me.
I see one. One dead. One dead. Other one's almost broken.
Yep, let's go.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Just letting you know, this motherfucker's cheating. I hope you beat the fuck out of this motherfucker for me. Thank you.
Macro activated.
Now, this next hack that we're going to be going over is the permanent UAV. To the left type shit, you know what I mean?
So today I'm going to be demonstrating our UAV tool that we just brought out. For those who don't know it, this UAV tool is going to give you magical powers so you can see all of your enemies on the map constantly. So in order to get it started, you can either launch it before launching the game, or you can even launch it mid-game. Like, it doesn't matter. You enter your license key and you give it some time to load up, and it's going to tell you to press F12 when you are in a match. Now I'm going to be fast forwarding till we find a match, and I'll see you guys then. So once you've found a game, you can either press the F12 key to launch the UAV tool into the game, or you can just wait to be inside the game. Like, it doesn't really matter. You can even launch the tool while you're mid-game if you feel like, fuck, I'm losing now, I really need it. You can just launch it at any time. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I'm just going to demonstrate what the UAV looks like without the tool and what it looks like with the tool. So if you have a look at the map right now, this is what we are seeing. So I am going to be pressing F12. I'm just going to put up the menu for a second, just to make sure that it's running. There we have it. I will be pressing F12, and that should load the tool. Give it a couple seconds. It's still loading, and there we have it. It's permanently loaded in, and as you can see, we have a permanent UAV on our map. We can see all the enemies. I'm going to play this game till the end just to demonstrate that it's working perfectly. If you guys want to purchase it, make sure you guys go to the Shopee link in the description below. The deliveries are 24/7 automatic, so you instantly get your key and download link to the tool.
So also remember that with this radar hack that you have to have it on a separate monitor to not allow it to be shown on OBS. So that's why these dudes are always looking off to make sure that they can see on their UAV that they always have up where these people are. Just keep that in mind. All right, so the next thing that we're going to be going over is the strike pack for your controller.
Primary weapon, which basically if you guys have a DMR or Type 63, you guys can also make it like it's like rapid fire basically. Now right here, obviously we are in a Warzone match. As you guys can see, this is a real Warzone match, by the way. But anyways, man, let's continue with this. So for the right side right here, as you guys can see, the right side that I am in, there's going to be the auto run, drop shot, left paddle mod, and right paddle mod. Now right and left paddle mod, I have no idea what those are. I'm not even gonna lie. You guys can also drop shot in Warzone. You guys cannot drop shot in Cold War. I have no idea why. I'm showing you guys how you guys can enable that mod. And then for the other mod, which basically is the auto run, I mean Warzone already has an automatic sprint like setting right here that you guys can enable. So as you guys can see, to put on shield, you guys gotta click on this triangle right here, this button. But for me, since I have it mapped on my paddles, as you guys can see, if I go ahead and press it, I can actually press it with my paddle right here. Which basically, this is my YY, my triangle button. My other paddle right here is to reload. Now if I go ahead and shoot my gun and reload like this, as you guys can see, it reloads because I have it mapped. Alright, so to enable the mod mode for the strike pack right here, all you guys have to do is click and hold the left button, as you guys can see right here. Click and hold it, and then wait like 5 seconds, and then press the right one, and then the lights should turn on blue, which basically is mod mode. I have rapid fire on for my primary weapon, and I have anti-recoil on. The only bad thing about mod mode is that right now, since I have button assignments on, if you guys do not know what that is, I'm going to pull it up right quick. It's basically custom button assignments, which basically is PS4. You guys can also change the button layout on your controller, like remapping the buttons. If you guys have that enabled just like me, you guys won't be able to use the mods with your remapped buttons on the actual controller. Now right here, as you guys can see, once you guys are in mod mode, to activate the mods, all you guys have to do is click on the left D-pad right here and basically hold it down. So like I said, go ahead and press down the left D-pad right here. Basically just wait like 5 seconds or so, and once your light on the PS4 controller is gone, you guys are good to enable the mod. So to enable them is basically a triangle. To delete them is press down the circle 3 times, and to scroll through the mods is basically the square one. As you guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and press square, and you guys will see that my light is currently scrolling. As you guys can see, so I have the D-pad button pressed down. As you guys can see, basically my light is gone, and as you guys can see, I am in mod mode because the eyes are basically blue. So to scroll through the mods is basically the square button. As you guys can see, if I go ahead and press it, I'm scrolling through the mods. To enable the mods is pressing triangle, and to disable the mods is clicking the circle 3 times. I'm gonna go ahead and press on this one to enable it. This light will tell you that it's enabled or not. So once you guys go ahead and release the D-pad, you guys will see that your mod is basically enabled. And this one right here is going to be the primary rapid fire. So basically, if I go ahead and scroll through my guns, and if I go ahead and put the DMR for my primary weapon, and if I go ahead and use this for Warzone, once I click on my shoot button, which is going to be the R1 one, you guys will click it once, and the gun will keep shooting basically. So it's gonna make it like an automatic gun. So to enable the mods again, all you guys have to do is click down the D-pad, the left one by the way, the left D-pad, and then wait for your controller to start flashing. Scroll through your mod again. It's going to be the secondary weapon fire. If I scroll through the third one, which is this one right here, and enable it by pressing triangle, I will enable anti-recoil. And then the last one, which is this one, is going to be the quick scope one. I don't really like sniping or quick scoping, so I'm not going to enable this mod. For this side right here is going to be the auto run, drop shot, left paddle mod, and right paddle mod. I have no idea what these last two mean, but for these two right here is going to be the auto run. I don't really think you guys should enable this just because there's a setting already in Warzone that allows you to auto run. And then this one right here is going to be the drop shot. Now I don't really know how to set this up because it is with specific guns that you guys got to set it up with. Now the thing is, if you guys have custom button assignments, as you guys can see right here, mine is basically enabled. Now if you guys have this on right now, you guys won't be able to use the anti-recoil mod just because it configures like the control settings and stuff like that, and it doesn't really work. I already made a video on how to enable the mods for Cold War. Basically we're making the same one just because some people didn't understand some points that I made. So once you guys go ahead and go to mod mode right here by clicking the left pad right here and waiting 5 seconds, you guys will be able to go to your mods and scroll through your mods, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll through my third one. Once you guys go ahead and press the triangle button 1 time, you guys will be able to adjust the mod. So L1 right here, I'm gonna decrease the anti-recoil, and the R1 right here is going to be the increase one, which basically is the same thing as the other mods as well. They basically work the same thing, by the way. So if a gun has too much recoil, like the Mac 10 or something like that, I want to increase the recoil so it controls it more. And if you guys are using a gun that does not have a lot of recoil, you guys can decrease it and basically adjust it where it's perfect. Now to get out of mod mode, all you guys have to do is press this button right here. As you guys can see, press this button, wait like 5 seconds, and then press the right button right here, and then the eyes will turn white, which basically is tournament mode, which basically means you guys can only use the paddles. Pretty much to adjust any mod you guys want to, all you guys to do is left click on the D-pad right here, go ahead and scroll through your mod, enable it, and then once you guys enable it, press on it again so you adjust the settings, and then basically go ahead and press L1 to adjust and R1 to adjust positive and negatively. L1 right here to the left side is basically to decrease, and the R1 is basically to increase. For the right side right here is basically the same thing, honestly, but basically pretty much you guys already get the point, to enable and to disable the mods and adjust them and stuff like that. I'm gonna be leaving a link down below for the list of the mods and where to enable them and stuff like that. Drop a like and subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel. I don't really like making videos on these type of things, but I kind of have to since last time I didn't really explain it enough. Anyways, man, hopefully you guys will enjoy today's YouTube video. Drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, man, it's being able to eat awesome.
All right, so after that, we're going to be moving right along, and we're going to be going over the hack of bot lobbies and how these pro players or hackers or snakes or rats or whatever you want to call them are getting into these bot lobbies and getting these high kill gameplays for you guys.
Hey guys, Drifter here. As you've seen from the thumbnail and the title of this video down below, I did find a way to cheat in Warzone and guarantee myself bot lobbies almost every single game. The cheat that I did manage to figure out allowed me to get very easy bot low skill lobbies about 2/3 of the time, and the other 1/3 of the time it wasn't ultra low skill, but it was still lower skill than normal, or at least my normal, so it was comparatively easy for me. And it does seem to not just skip skill-based matchmaking. You're not just removing skill-based matchmaking, but you're actually going the other way back down into low KD territory and getting very easy first-time players that have no idea what's going on. For example, here's a game that I got using this trick. The median kill-death ratio in the lobby was 0.72, which is way far down the bell curve from normal. That is like about as low as it's going to get. We got 5th place just by rushing and slaying out as hard as we could with reckless abandonment of anything safe or smart or tactical, just going balls out, aggressive, not even caring. And the majority of the players that I ran into had no idea what's going on. Most of them were very, very clueless. They were getting smashed and it was very, very easy. However, I did notice that there were some very sweaty players in this lobby that were doing things very unlike the rest of them. And I know there's a random variance here, but based on a lot of things that I can't really talk about, it appears that they are also aware of this cheat and abusing it for their own purposes, be it their own entertainment or perhaps content creation. Some of you are probably very excited by this. You don't like skill-based matchmaking, or you just want to play casual, or you kind of want it to go back to the old random lobbies, and that's great, and I totally understand you. Maybe you're even excited to go and smash some bad kids on occasion, but I still don't think it's good news. That might sound like good news to you that there's a way to cheat, but it's really bad news, because if everybody finds out how to do this, then the lowest skilled lobbies in Warzone are going to be comprised of probably half, really bad or new players, and half like really sweaty tryhards and content creators trying to pump their stats. And it's not going to be fun for the content creators because they're going to have to actually fight other content creators equally sweaty as themselves. And it's definitely not going to be fun for the people caught in the middle, the low skill players, because they're just going to get annihilated. It's not going to be good. If the entire community finds out how to do this cheat, I think it could ruin Warzone, and it can definitely ruin competitive Warzone, which is something that I wanted to talk about quite a bit in today's video. I think one of the biggest problems with this isn't necessarily the casual community doing it, or if some content creator wants to say, bruh, I got 40 kills. It's still unethical, but not the end of the world. Right now, Call of Duty hosts big Warzone tournaments pretty frequently. They have official ones that the pro teams host or charity events. There's smaller ones going on all the time. Warzone tournaments are very hot. There are people that make a living off of their winnings from Warzone tournaments, if not just make a living from the views from the tournaments themselves. And having a cheat that allows you to put not only yourself, but your entire squad into ultra low skill lobbies effectively allows you to cheat in the tournament and cheat other people out of their winnings. Using this trick, I could very consistently put myself in a top 5 or top 3 position, if not number 1, if I really wanted to. If I got all of my sweaty friends on board, put ourselves in the worst lobby possible, we could slay out and get 50 plus kills a game like no problem. I really don't want to see that happen, and my major concern is that this may already be happening. I'm going into conspiracy land here. I make fun of you guys a lot on skill-based matchmaking and proof, and I'm really hard on proof and election results and stuff like that. So I'm kind of going off of my norm. But I will say that I've had a lot of people send me versions of the cheat that I discovered. They've sent partial steps, complete steps, whole steps. Some people sent me video examples. Some people have claimed various content creators are doing various things, or streamers are cheating, and a lot of claims and rumors going around. But the scary thing is that there are clearly people in the community, very good, very competitive people, that know how to do this.
All right, so this next one hack that we're going to be going over is reverse boosting. So hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this info. Is it new to you? Did you already know? Are you using this and this is why you're mad in the comment section because I'm busting it wide open and you guys don't want all the knowledge to be out there? But
So, if you've been paying attention to my uploads recently, I've been going over different ways that YouTubers and streamers have been reverse boosting in Cold War, and the purpose of those videos were not to bash anybody that was reverse boosting, because honestly I really don't care if people do reverse boost or if they don't, but what I was trying to do with these videos was to let people know how and why so many content creators and streamers were able to basically get a nuke in every single game that they play, because I know there's a lot of people who watch these streams and videos and they see these people getting 100 kill games and double nuclears and they're wondering why they can't do that themselves, and I wanted to make sure that people knew that getting these nuclears and 100 kill games is just not normal for Cold War because the skill-based matchmaking just doesn't allow it. So you should never compare your gameplay to theirs because there's almost always something fishy going on behind the scenes, and that was the whole point I was trying to get across in those videos. But with all of that being said, we're going to be going over some similar topics in this video, but it's going to be for the casual player base on Warzone, and I will mention content creators here and there because there are a lot of content creators on this game. So if you are interested in seeing how these players and content creators are reverse boosting in Warzone, then make sure to like the video and to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications turned on. We're trying to reach 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you want to help me reach that goal, then definitely make sure to do that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So really quickly, I want to explain what skill-based matchmaking is, just in case there's anybody here who hasn't heard of that term before. And if you do know what skill-based matchmaking is, then just bear with me for like 30 seconds because I'm going to explain this very quickly. So basically, skill-based matchmaking is just a matchmaking system that was put into the game that only lets you match up against other players at your same skill level. So for example, if you have a 2KD, then you're only going to be able to match up against other players who have around a 2KD as well. You're never going to be able to match against anybody with a 1KD or lower because the matchmaking system just won't allow it. And the reason why skill-based matchmaking has been put into all of the recent Call of Duty games is really just to protect the newer players and the casual player base who typically aren't as good at the game as other people, because the casual player base makes up about 90% of all players on Cold War, so if they can protect those players and keep them on the game for longer, they're just going to make more money. So that's pretty much why it's been in the last few games. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say on it. It makes the game a lot easier for casual players, but it also makes the game very hard for better players, which is why we have a problem with so many people reverse boosting nowadays. And basically, reverse boosting is just manipulating that matchmaking system to make the game think that you're really bad at the game. That way when you queue up into a lobby, you get put into a game full of bots and you can easily pub stomp or get as many wins in Warzone as you want. So now everybody who's watching this video should know what skill-based matchmaking is and what reverse boosting is. So let's go ahead and start talking about how these players are reverse boosting and getting into these super easy lobbies. So the most popular and well-known way that these people reverse boost on Warzone is that they make a brand new account and then they just simply start playing on it for a few hours every day. And while they're playing on this account, they try their best to make it to the end of the game, but they also make sure to get no kills and also no score while doing so. That way you have a lot of playtime on that account, but also a super low KD and score per minute. And what that's going to do is that's going to alert the skill-based matchmaking system that there's an account out there that has a lot of playtime, but they're not very good at the game. So like I said before, they're going to start matching these bad players up together, and you are going to be matched up with those bad players. And even though you're not getting any kills and you're just basically trying to hide while playing these Warzone games, you're going to almost instantly notice when this starts to happen, because the players you come across are going to slowly but surely start getting worse and worse until you're at a point where they're just absolutely horrible. And that's when these players who reverse boost start going for these high kill games, or if they're a content creator, they start recording their videos, and it just goes on and on from there. And you can pretty much do this all the time as well. Obviously, after about 5 matches, you're going to be put back up against better players because the skill-based matchmaking system is going to detect that you're having a lot of really good games back to back to back, so it is going to put you back against those better players, but it only takes a few hours of actually reverse boosting to get back into those low level lobbies. And yes, you heard me correctly, after just a few games, is you do have to reverse boost all over again for a few hours, which is why I would never do this because it's just so time consuming for such a little reward. And it really is crazy because a lot of people play Warzone just to reverse boost and then try to get high kill games, so they spend hours reverse boosting just to play a few games and then they repeat the whole process all over again. And I can understand why content creators do this because they're trying to build a brand and trying to grow their social media and stuff like that, and although it's not morally correct, I guess, it's still something that works for them, and it's always going to work because the casual player base doesn't know any better and they don't know what reverse boosting is or skill-based matchmaking or anything like that, so they just think this player who is constantly dropping all these high kill games are just very good players when that's really not the case. And that also brings me back to why I'm making this video, is because I want you guys to be able to know when people are doing this and when they're not. And if you do see any content creators or players who are just constantly getting really high kill games and you think they're reverse boosting but you're not sure, the only way to figure out if they are or if they're not is to focus on some things while they're playing. One of those things is going to be their mechanics. There are some players who are just super good and you can tell that they're just really great at the game within like the first 15 seconds of watching, just because of their movement and aim. So if you're watching their gameplay and you notice that they're actually really good at the game, then they probably aren't reverse boosting, but that's not going to 100% put them in the clear yet. The other thing you need to focus on is the players they're actually killing, and you have to see if the players they're killing are actually slide canceling or jump shotting or have good aim or not, and you usually figure this out very quickly, and you put two and two together. If the players they're playing against look bad, then they probably are bad, and that's probably a result of reverse boosting. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the second method that people use reverse boost in Warzone, and this is also a very simple one, and it's pretty much the exact same thing as the first method, but with this brand new account, you're also going to have a secondary device or a friend to help you out. So just like in the first method, these players make a brand new account and pretty much reverse boost on that account, and what they do afterwards is they put this on a secondary device or they have a friend help out, like I just said, and once that's all done, they start to record a match on the reverse boost account, and once the lobby starts filling up with players, all they do is take their main account and join the session of that reverse boost account. And since they use that reverse boost account to join the lobby, all of the accounts that are joining in the same lobby as them are all going to have very similar stats. And pretty much that means you're going to have a full lobby of bots and it's going to be a really easy game, just like with the first method. And the reason why people use this method instead of the first method is because they like their main account and they want to improve their stats on it, and they want to keep blueprints and all their operators that they bought. So instead of switching accounts, all they have to do is join the reverse boost account while searching for a match. That way they keep everything and they're still happy. And usually streamers who reverse boost use this method, obviously they can't use the first method because they're sitting there and reverse boosting 2 hours in between every match or something like that, or obviously going to be caught. And really the first method is just for YouTubers and people who just want to reverse boost for fun. And that's pretty much the two most popular ways that people reverse boost in Warzone. And also I want to mention that if you do see anybody that you suspect is reverse boosting, try not to call them out on it, because really it's the worst thing in the world, especially if you're a content creator, because when you're a content creator and you're reverse boosting, you're able to get a lot of views from the casual player base, and that really helps the game alive. So it's not a great thing to do, but it's also, like I said, not the worst thing that could happen. But if you want to get mad at somebody because you just really like reverse boosting, then the people you should get mad at is the company that made the game, because they're the ones who put skill-based matchmaking in the game.
So, like I said in the beginning, there's sticky aim and then there's aimbot. So in this one, we're going to be going over aimbot, because a lot of you guys seem to think just because it's not clear aimbot doesn't mean that these guys aren't cheating, and that's just not the case. So I go by the name of Boston Daily 91. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Exposed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Battle Royale. Set a drop point for your team, soldier. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone. Eliminate all targets in the AO. Ring's closing. Get to the new safe zone.